private jet. I paid my dues, now it's time to make the fucking news. Now I'm here to fucking collect. I never show disrespect, I'm a super vet. I'm speaking to the pussy with tattoos on his neck. DT Trip, you know what's coming next.
Good evening, people. Yes, welcome back to Danny AFC TV. Shouts out to all the real ones. Tonight we're going to start off by saying shouts out to DJ DQ. It's man's birthday. Who knows? He could be joining the stream. I'm the early one. Lil Burkamp is in. So Lil Burkamp, I'm going to start obviously with you. You're a real one anyway. What are you making of it, bros? It's a magic 5. Do you think there's going to be a SIP coming? Word from Dharmesh and Sky is obviously, again, looking to actively sell people. Kolasinac, Nelson and someone else, no bids. Torreira, now this is something I said last night. I'm waiting for a few of the real ones, but yeah, shit, bro. And I know you were there. I'm right again. Do you remember I said to someone, how do we know Torreira hasn't said something to the effect of, oh, if I don't get a move to Italy, I want to fight for my place here. It's actually breaking. I've had this today, that Torreira has kind of been apparently the whole time saying like, I'm ready, I want to train. It was nothing personal, just London doesn't suit my lifestyle, etc., etc. And it looks like, again, even though I was just ranting about it last night, hadn't you, me? You remember I said it to, I think I was saying it to you, Hans, about Torreira. It turns out that basically Torreira has said, yes, my future does lie away from the club, but if no one puts money on the table and you won't accept anything acceptable, may I please, boss Arteta, fight for my future at this club? And apparently, word on road is, he's been kind of told to fuck you, you're not part of my plans. What are you saying, real one, Hanyumi? How it is? Kelly, Ramsdale and Odegaard signed, sealed and delivered. Ramsdale has missed the deadline, and I think we already know Odegaard won't have his fucking visa in time, which is unfortunate. Yes, bro, it is true. But I'm saying if no one does big money, and we are using El Nini, and Lukonga possibly might not be ready, I'm just saying, like, there's a worse guy to put out there. For example, for me, if you told Torreira, I don't want no flicks, no tricks, no skills, no little fucking volleys, no nothing. I just want you to be a little pit bull, and I want you to snap people's heels. I don't know. I think Torreira could actually abide, be ready, and take that in, and maybe go and fucking be that kind of more defensive midfielder. Exactly. Xhaka's whipped our band on the floor. He said pretty much publicly in the summer he was going to fucking Roma and Arsenal should fucking lower their expectations as far as the amount of money. Yo, real one, Lee Akers, what are you saying? So Lee Akers, just in case you come in a slight bit late, what I said last night, I love saying I'm right all the time, and hello, Linda, was basically it's coming out. Torreira has said, yes, I do actively want to leave. It's no big secret. I do want to leave the club, etc., etc. But if all fails and all goes wrong, may I please basically fight for my spot at this club? Now, I'm just collecting my phone, people, sorry. And apparently, the door's been kind of shut to him fighting for his future at Arsenal, which obviously is pretty unfortunate, and that's pretty bang out of order. Shout out to Chris, still banging on at me on Twitter. Aziz with the armband and the under 23s. Honest Schooner is having one on that, live on arsenal.com and Twitch. Honest Schooner, bloody hell. Where do we get some of these winners from? Optimist as a motherfucker, that one as well, isn't it? But guys, who is with me? Hanyumi, Lee Akers. Hello, can you hear me? The picture quality's just changed, but that's no big deal. It just come up saying, right, guys, I'm sure you'd have said something. Can you all hear me and everything? It just come up on my thing saying my shit was plugged out. I got the beers in down for the bars coming out, though. Yeah, I haven't really done anything new, bruv. So unless you want to pick an old one, or should I go and try and nail the very last one? The one that everyone does seem to like. Where is my bars book? I have to get that out. I've been building up this since I was here. Oh, I'm gonna have to get the excess away. Let's dust that away. And let's get the old bars book out. But yeah, guys, how happy are we with the window? Is it just 5? So we're going to cover this point for the real ones before we do get any dickhead guests coming in. Funny Matt didn't join last night, but Robson said hello. Yeah, brobs. All right, so guys, Hanyumi, Kamala's not here. Hanyumi, Lee Akers, Lundberg, who else we got? Linda. I don't know who else we got. Guys, is it 5? Are we done? That one there, yeah? Which beat did I do that on? Yeah, I think I do remember that one. Not a problem. Yeah, Buzz. One of them more sort of Yorkshire, lovely, loves a fucking cup at brew. A fucking brew at night, get fucking dinner on the table. Do you know what I mean? No caviar, nothing around there. Just give me some fucking bangers, mashed pie and chips, and a fucking brew. But yeah, I know. I'm seeing conflicting clips. You know, I'm seeing a lot of clips where he's making bang on average saves. And the one bit that confuses me, as I'm going to say with the whole Ramsdale thing, he can't play out from the back at all. Like, and I thought this was a big deal for Arteta. And that's one thing, definitely. Unless Arteta believes he can coach him, but he can't coach Leno, which I find incredible. Do you know what I mean? 2 out of 10 wasted fundamental, didn't sell anyone. But this is the problem. We sold Willock, bros. And again, as I'm saying, purely a financial situation. Again, we've made it public. Laka can go. Laka couldn't shake off the COVID for Chelsea, but Uber apparently can. And you know what, mate? I suppose now at the end of the day, I'm going to have to back him as well. I do believe he's a good goalkeeper. I think he's a shot stopper. I don't give a fuck about passing out from the back. I just hope he's intelligent enough to tell Arteta to fuck himself. Like, mate, I wasn't passing it out. They were fucking it around. They were all doing this liability shit. So I knocked it long and I pinged it. Yeah, mate, I do remember that. That's because they're all fucking dumbasses. Honestly, I didn't have a channel them times, but yeah, I was screaming on that time when Rodgers was going Arsenal, yeah. Do you know what I mean? His head is turned, but it's just unacceptable what they've offered. And yeah, Johnny Evans, you know what I mean? Still balling as far as I know at Leicester, so do you know what I mean? Yeah, we've let many good ones go through, slip through. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't have took that Chelsea cunt, but even like, I don't know, Cahill, everyone, what was it, even Cahill done a job at Palace for a couple of seasons. Like, Arsenal don't even sometimes do the obvious ones, and then we'll go and get a Louise, you know what I mean? I was swearing blind, shouts out to Jamie, I was swearing blind we were going to go and get a Boateng or something this season, just to further piss me off. Like, yes, we've let Saliba go, but we're going to go and get some old geezer that's been done for 2-3 years. Do you know what I mean? Brentford had Ben White on the roller skates the other day. Do you know, to be honest with you, it starts with the right back, especially the goal bros. Like Callum Chambers, he could have let it go out of play and conceded a corner. Then he wants to volley it and then run towards the geezer like he's a madman. Do you know what I mean? Really doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Oh, this is definitely Leno's last season. If we got an acceptable bid for him now, I do reckon they'll bullet him out and panic, I don't know, some Australian or, I don't know, Austrian keeper or something from somewhere. I'm sure they'll pull something out. If we got an acceptable amount of money, anything over 10 million, 8 million, I reckon we'd put him now. Yeah, so back to the first bit about Ben White, because we know we've got all the Ben White haters on here, my brothers, usually, and they haven't joined us yet. Shouts out to Adam and his brother. Skates the other day, shames those shit. Odegaard, no end product here, mate. Tavares might be good. Sambi will be class. And we sold Willock for peanuts. Most definitely, bros. Most definitely. Because if that was a Liverpool player, a Man City player, that had a run in anyone's team and scored 7-8 goals in a season, teenager, first guy to do this, blah, 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 it wouldn't have just been 25 mil, do you know what I mean? If I had a few more games that went on in that season, seriously, you'd have been hearing Willock for England, just like the Jesse Lingard for England. Oh, God, he's hit me with it. Right, so as far as we know Odegaard can't play, and as far as I know it, Ramsdale wasn't signed until after the deadline, unless we can sneak it in. I would feel a lot happier if Ramsdale and Guard, say it straight. But I think we're going to heroically lose 2-0, mate. I can't see us scoring. Uber seems to have lost it, whether he plays or not. Couldn't score against Brentford. I think Saka has to be rushed back in. I hope Martinelli retains his place, only just back from the Olympics, but I don't know. Pepe again against Brentford, a lot to be desired. Is it the tactics from the boss? He seems to run up to the fullback and kind of cut back. It could mean that number 11 shirt is going to my mate Martinelli, like I was hoping all summer. You know what I mean? I was hoping that would be a nice touch for him. It could be, mate, but I can't honestly see us unleashing a Coutinho or something. If Uber really wants to go Barca, bros, they're going to have someone else. By the way, on that, the kid that we were linked with from Barcelona, an 18-year-old attacking midfielder, next Messi, best thing since sliced bread, Abora, apparently they've offered him a deal which says he gets Lionel Messi's shirt if he does stay at Barca. But apparently, on the other end of that is, if you don't sign this deal now, you may as well fuck off. You're not playing for us this season. And he's only got a year left on his contract. Feeling as a motherfucker, I think we should be peppering him for that boy. And I really think we should be trying to offer up, Uber or Lacazette, preferably Lacazette, because we've already made it clear of Lacazette. He can stay for the last year and negotiate a deal in 6 months to fuck off abroad, but he's staying for the last year of his contract. I know, mate, typical. Just because we couldn't speed up the paperwork and whatever, like, do you know what I mean? Absolutely ridiculous. You'd like to think a visa could come through sometime for Odegaard, but it looks like it's very unlikely. It's incredible, mate. It's incredible. This English tax does not. I know when it comes to Nketiah, Maitland Miles, even down to Willock. You know what I mean? 25 mil isn't a bad price for a 21-year-old midfielder who broke records last year. I don't give a fuck what record it was. He broke records, Premier League records. I know that, mate. I know that 100. You don't have to tell me something silly like that. Yeah, mate, I know. He's the next one that's going to have to be freed from the club. And as I said a little while ago, it was my prediction at the start of the window. I said if £30 million cash money coming from Martinelli, he'd be sold. Because I like him. And I swear to God, Arteta and Edu do watch my channel. I swear to God. And they do it to piss me off and all the real ones, you know what I mean? The Saliba thing is still shocking. Do you see Holding is going to be sort of bench warming most of the season now? Because we've already seen his enthusiasm not to play two right-footed centre-backs. He played blowjob Mari over Holding the other day because he's left-footed. And we had to pay £1 million to Flamingo as part of the deal because he'd reached his 20th game or whatever. Now, I'm not being a penny pincher, but rather than spend £1 million, why wouldn't you have just put Holding, the geezer that you wouldn't allow go Newcastle last season, the geezer that you gave a new deal to, why wouldn't you play him alongside your new signing? 2 English geezers. So obviously ain't that much of an English thing because he's obviously lost trust for Holding. But anyway, the question I'm spinning to you, real ones, is, as I'm sure you know what is coming, if Holding is just bench warming this season, why didn't we just sell him and bring Saliba to do the exact same bench warming? Are we actually saying Saliba's going to benefit that much from being out in France again? If it had been a Premier League move to Hassan Tyler at Southampton or Steve Bruce at Newcastle, I would have had it. Yes, and I do believe that's because people were free under Emery. Saka was given his debut under Emery. Smith Rowe got a bit of time under Emery. Do you know what I mean? Guendouzi played 49 games in a row. And believe me, if he wasn't forced to put Saliba on loan, because that's when he was the one that bought Saliba, if Saliba could have stayed that year, bollocks, he could have been 12 and just come over from France. Fuck COVID as well. He would have played 49 games in a row, just like Guendouzi, or until Emery got sacked. Do you know what I mean? He would have done that. And there would have been none of this bullshit surrounding Saliba now. So there's a lot that I say Emery was a dickhead for. Pretty much just being a yes man and then crying about spilt milk. I wanted Zaha. I got Pepe. I wanted Maguire. I got fucking Socrates. I wanted Fabinho. I got Torreira. You should have said it then, mate. It's a bit late to scream about it when you're done. Yeah, mate. I do think it is that. Exactly. Like, if that was the plan for Holding this season, yeah? Honestly, if that was the plan for this, who's this? Gleebles, interesting. Right. Jamie, if that was the plan for Rob Holding just to be a bench warmer this season, yeah? Like, surely we could have sold him to somewhere, a ditch it. Could have said, like, listen, Leicester, you want Vestergaard? We'll give you this geezer for 15 mil. And he's English, like, you know, and had Saliba bench warming. Because God forbid, this geezer won't play 2 right-footed centre-backs together or 2 left-footed centre-backs. Yeah, incredible. So that does mean Pablo Blowjob Mari will be playing on Sunday. And watching a couple of our kids on loan so far this season, Daniel Ballard has looked good at Millwall, even though they lost to Fulham. Fuck me, that kid Fabio Carvalho, the 18-year-old at Fulham. He looks fucking class. And I've looked into it a bit. And the real ones was with me last night when I was talking about him. Shouts out to Hans on this one. Yes, he played a bit of Premier League football before Fulham went down last year. And he scored a Premier League goal. So he's obviously 17 and doing it in the Premier League. He missed me last year. Dan, what do you want in your mouth, son? Do you get the likes on the video? Subscribe if you're new. Of course, mate. Of course. If he wasn't forced to send him back on loan, obviously he didn't know he was going to be sacked, I suppose. You know what I mean? But yeah, if he'd known he was going to be sacked, he would have fucking kept him at the club and played him. Yeah, I know, mate, but we could have forced the issue a couple of million more, I've also heard, you know what I mean? We could have given him one of our fucking rejects. I don't know, a Koscielny, we could have done something. And I'm afraid he will, mate. And I've been saying it, real ones. You know what I mean? And a couple of you were like, Mari's all right. I'm sure Han Yumi was one of them sorry hands. Do you know what I mean? And I was telling you, he's a liability. Do you know what I mean? How do you think this Spanish geezer actually found himself playing in the Brazilian top flight with Flamengo? How often does that happen? Do you know what I mean? Absolute bollocks. And here's another laughable one from the club. Do you know what I mean? We're actively buying people at the right ages, basically with sell-on values. We can't sell any of the cunts, whether they come through our academy or whether it's Prime, Aubameyang, Lacazette, the Ozil situation, having Socrates, too long, all the Luizes, Williams. We can't sell nobody at the club, do you know what I mean? And the last two players, majorly, that we've sold from this club has been two mistakes. 25 million Willock and 17 million Martinez. And I believe both of them, even though Arteta's the manager now and he pulls the strings and like they should be listening to him, I reckon maybe both of them deals are taken straight out of his hand. Do you know what I mean? Don't know why I have that feeling. I'm not bigging up Arteta or anything, you know, because how I feel about him just over the Guendouzi and the Saliba thing. But why would he have sold Willock? That doesn't absolutely make any sense to me. And Willock was that humble boy that would run around that pitch for you and do anything you liked. Bars. Yeah, we'll have some bars. Give it a little while. We'll see if any more of the real ones come in. We'll see how the chat goes. Which way are we going with the chat, guys? Are we done at 5? Will we get a 6th? We have been linked. Oh, Hanumi on this one. We have finally been linked to Trippier. There is the talk. What me and Scout Hanumi were saying last night. Surely we could throw these bastards 10, 15 million. And that is literally, that talk has been coming out of Spain today. The Arsenal are literally trying to do a deal with Atletico to make them take Bellerin and we give them money on top. Bros, I know I'm a lovable guy and everything, and I've got these madly affectionate blue eyes and that, you know what I mean? And everyone's attracted to me. I remember I was with my mate, WB, a little while ago, and this geezer was looking at me. And I did get the urge, like a Lieka's urge. I think, should I knock this geezer out? I just looked at him square in his face. I went, Steven, do you know what? I'm so fucking gorgeous. Look at me. Even geezers want to fuck me. I walked off. The geezer was left fucking spilling his fucking glass of Coke all over the fucking bar or beer, wherever the fuck we was. But, yeah, I remember saying at WB, I was like, Bubs, I'm so fucking gorgeous. Look at that. Even geezers want to fuck me. And fuck you. He was left just fucking shaking with a drink, you know what I mean? At the bar, I just finished my drink and bounced. Fuck my zoo. But yeah, guys, Sunday, my God. Yeah, predictions not looking too good for me. I was thinking if we could have sneaked Odegaard and Ramsdale, I might have went with a little heroic draw. But nah, I can't see it. Lukaku's here to have a field day. And they're not a bad squad, are they, anyway? Even though we were one of the teams that did frustrate them last year and sort of shit themselves, and they went on to have a bit of a nervous game or two after we beat them at Stamford Bridge. But I think that will be in Tuchel's mind, and I'm sure he's going to get the correct fucking redemption. I wonder will he start Lukaku? I think he's going to bring him on in the last half an hour, and we're just going to, let's just say it was 0-0 or 1-1. We'll fall to shit in the last half an hour, you know what I mean? U2B, yeah, and I'll see you Sunday. Guna. Do you know what I mean? Real one. But and you, me, Lundbergham, before we just start smashing out some bars on here. Yeah, mate. You know. And what is going on? I've heard of this name somewhere before, this Gleeballs kind of bollocks. Like, what is it even the little fucking dickhead? Let me have a look at this on the screen. What is the silly little picture? Is that a fucking dick? Actually, in fact, I don't even want to look at it. Right, bruvs, again, isn't been done by me, but they're saying like half hour before the game. I'm going to get to the stadium about 2:30, have a look what's going on, mate. Do you know what I mean? Do I believe in it? No. Do I think a lot of the Arsenal fans are fucking idiots when it comes to it? Yeah. But in also saying that, though, there was a proper... Do you remember the protest when it was pissing down? Obviously, I went to both of them last time, but it was meant to be free. One of them I kind of skipped. No one turned up anyway. But there was one with the rain, the last one, and it was horrible. And, yeah, that day there was some proper real ones there. Do you know what I mean? Screaming if you're going in the club shop, you're a cunt. So I had to hide everything you hide on, but yeah, I'm joking. But yeah, there is some real gooners out there. But for the millions of people in the borough and all over the gaff, you know what I mean? The 200-300 of us that turn up is pretty shocking. It's pretty embarrassing from the club, to be honest with you. If you notice your friend, I'd to let you know you can't rap. Is that a fact? So you've watched me before? Glee balls, have you? Yeah, it must be a little Matt or something. As Matt had the night off last night, do you know what I mean? Obviously knowing he's a silly little mug and saying all the fucking incorrect things. But why, Jamie? I fucking ain't motorbikes. Why, Jamie, you going to run along on Sunday? You going to have a little fucking look what's going on down the stadium? As I said, I will be there. This geezer fucking playing fucking WWF upstairs, the cunt. Swear to God, let's have a word with this geezer upstairs. He's a bit new, this one. And I've had a word with him already, the motherfucker. It's pure cringe. Man, I'm doing you a favour. Mate, you don't have to watch that. That's the thing. What do you mean it's pure cringe? I know. Fuck it. I'll do it again then, just for cringe reasons. I'll spit some bars about your mate DT. How's about that? And Luton in general, you little fucking degenerate. To go still 100. Brilliant, bros. Whereabouts will you be? I'll be with probably WB, Lee Akers, a couple of the real ones on the channel. Yeah, mate. We'll have a quick video. Take the piss out of them. A couple of the silly ones. They've always got silly fans there as well. Do you know what I mean? I hope he gave you the people elbow. Who? You're so on, what? I hope he gives you. Who's he? No one's going to do that, my friend. No one's going to do that. Seriously. Nobody never. Do you know what I mean? I've been approached at the stadium. It took a lot of them to build up the guts before they actually watched where I was, let it get a bit quiet and then try and surround me. And how many of them was it? 5, 6, 7, man? I'll just get to the stadium, bro. Literally the front, run up the steps and take it from there, mate. I have no idea. Nothing's planned, as I say. I'll freestyle it. Me and my pals will just freestyle it, head down, see if anyone's there. If there's anyone making noise, they look like they're having a slice of it. Of course, mate. I'll jump in with them, get a couple of interviews, start talking to them and take it from there. Here we go. That confirms he's the Luton boy himself. Don't worry, I always know how to find out a snake and a rat. Put on the protest. And then Berkham, I'm going to see your pretty self down there, mate. Jay Fields might come down there as well. Prominent protesters actually spent money on these protests against the recruitment team. These men need hanging. Yeah, I know. Imagine as well. I know it's old news, but Edu being on his little skiing trip. But imagine all the pictures of him on Raul Snelly's yacht. Like Raul Snelly was sacked from the club from being a thief. What in a transfer window? When again we're pretty shit. We've just finished 8th. Why was he with fucking Raul Snelly on a fucking yacht? It's Steve. What, Chelsea Steve? Who's Steve? Yeah, well done to you and Linda. That's what I'm saying. He's got the same little Luton, little degenerate words like, oh, you funny. Do you know what I mean? Clock tells back to us. I'm not sure we should be pointing the finger at him. Mate, and I wasn't, to be honest with you. I was having this on Twitter or a Twitter space the other night. I was like, yeah, I don't like Kroenke, and I fucking think he's an American blowjob. Do you know what I mean? Back for the word blowjob again. I think he's a big American blowjob. But, point being, he kind of has spent money. No, he doesn't. And they were saying, so he should be sacking people or going nuts basically about who you're buying. I was like, well, yeah, that's more like it. I goes, because remember, he's just giving the money. He doesn't know who Ramsdale is. Let's be honest. Do you think fucking Cronker has heard of Ramsdale in his life? He might have slightly heard of Odegaard. Sure, he played for the club that he owns last season. You know, innit? You know, innit? Fuck no, he then. That's a bit random. That's a bit fucking random. How are you? I'm great. Oh, fuck off. How's about that? Chelsea is Craig. Okay, fair enough. And yeah, mate, the recruitment is shattered. I'd like, do you know, if I could talk to Arteta just for 5 minutes, the little bastard. Seriously, if I could get him on a one-to-one and just say, mate, honestly, just tell me the truth. Are you a yes man? Like, was Odegaard and like Ramsdale, were they your number ones? Were they the ones like that's it? You literally can't do business. You can't walk into the season without them two. How much did you know about Tavares? Do you know what I mean? Fuck no, whoever he is really upset today. Linda's fucking special in la la. Bro, again, what is your angle? Who is Steve? Like, do you know what I mean? You come on with a silly name, silly picture, like, you know what I mean? I want to say Ahmad, and you hope someone elbows me. Are you fucking sick, mate? Like, are you really silly? Do you know what I mean? You're coming on, hiding yourself, and then talking bugs. Do you know what I mean? We all know I'm real. I'm not fake, G. We don't do fakery around here. Why are you doing the fakery shit? Fakery is not for me, my friend. No fakery. No bullshitting. Do you know what I mean? If I say I'm going to a protest, I go to a protest. Do you know what I mean? Anything can happen in a deep fucking dark world of a fucking protest, my friend. Anything at all. Do I worry about that? Do I think of them consequences? No. Do you know what I mean? And it's fucking Chelsea on Sunday. Do you know what I mean? That's quite a serious team. And yes, they do have some serious supporters. Do you know what I mean? A couple of them old school fucking C18 boys on that. I know they don't get about as much anymore. Renata. He's hilarious, this geezer, innit? He's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Real ones, think this one should just go. Anyway, in fact, I'm going to get out of here soon. Should we just spit some bars or something? Where's Lee Akers? Where's the real ones? Hanumi? This geezer's annoying me. I need Leon Burkamp. WB, where are you? Lee Akers, Hanumi. Get in the chats, boys. Get in the chats, because this one's bugging me. It's just going to make me fucking disappear. Then ignore the fucking little tramp. Seriously, come on, man. Look at the picture. Look at the silly name. Like, come on. Man wants to talk about me, be about being hard, not hard. I'm here on camera, like, do you know what I mean? Shit. Is it like I'm going to go over there in all black ski mask, black fucking camouflage of the fucking game, do you know what I mean? I'm going to be as bright as motherfucker at the stadium. All with a fucking shirt saying Danny AFC fucking TV, number 1 on the back. Yeah, it's got to be the Luton degenerate. Who out of the real ones are with me? There is not made no football news that Ndombele Khan wants to leave Tottenham, their record signing, but they're also getting a skeezer. A lot of people, they've been talking about this 18-year-old, the saviour. Apparently, he's already better than Kamavinga. He's so good, I can't remember his name. Something Jar, fucking Saar, Mets midfielder, 18. Everyone in the world after. I'm being terrorised by one of these fucking flies again. Yeah, apparently he's been linked to Tottenham tonight, and that could be something to do with the boy. As I said, Bellerin could be going Atletico, Trippier the saviour. Excuse me, Torres does want to move and actively is trying to get moved to Italy, but apparently he's had the door shut, slammed, firmed on him by Arteta when he did say, could he have a future at Arsenal? Do you know what I mean? Sellable assets, laugh out loud. Basically, Arsenal already planning to sell the country. Buying Ben White, 23, Lokonga, 21 or 23, whatever. Ramsdale, 23. So basically, the word on road is we could actually get more money from all the people that we have spent on them in the summer, Odegaard as well. I see the point, but we can't even sell the motherfuckers that are around us now. We ain't been able to sell any of our players for a few years. Why don't you come out and say that to me yourself, mate? All you need to do is have that energy for me at the stadium, you know what I mean? Sunday protest. Literally. Do you know what I mean? Told you I'm going to be there. I'm a very, very busy person. I'd like to get back for fucking a 4 p.m. watch along or to get kick off R4. Do you know what I mean? But knowing me, I'll get in some argument there and end up fucking lingering and coming at half time. I done that in the last game of last season, no? Oh, hey. Gonna have to start looking for some fucking bars, aren't I? Where is Lee Akers? I might get away with the bars tonight if Lee Akers ain't with me. He's all fucking got time to be fucking. You got DT got your back. Do you know what I mean? While he's all in his little fucking depression or whatever's going on, is DT here singing for you and your family? Cunt. Yeah, mate. As I said, where are these little cunts coming from? Yeah, is DT fucking got your back? Has he got your family's back, mate? Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable. You're a fucking blowjob, my friend. Honestly, dangly balls, Matt, Robson, call yourself whatever you want. You're a fucking big blowjob, mate. Want to start bawling at me from a fucking far. You going to be there Sunday? You haven't said it once. You going to be there? How do I identify you? What are you going to be wearing? Or do you just look like your DP pick? A fucking pussy. And how would that be? Go on, answer that intelligently. How would that be? How would that be? Why? Has DT got so many powers that if I leave him alone and don't spit bars, he's going to give me subscribers? Is that what you're suggesting? Is that what you're suggesting, my friend? We're going to go now. We'll go with these DT bars again, innit? I just love it. I love the beat as well. Shouts out to you, Lee Akers. Can't wait to Sunday dance with some of these little bastards. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, we didn't have the usual guest today. I'm having it on them from fucking Twitter, bros. Lee, man, if you read some of the Twitters, man, oh, God. I like what you said it to the brothers last night. Just leave it there. Yeah, thought they were going to come in tonight. Just to Pepper giving it Ben Shite. So I started giving it Jules Koundé as a fucking midget again. And I was getting all the how dare you say that. Bro, I'd love it to be Ramsdale in goal, but it's going to have to be, oh, God. Leno, is it Bellerin or Blowjob Chambers, whatever you like. Tierney. I'd personally go holding an Ben White, but you know he's not going to. He's going to do the left foot, right foot thing. So it's going to be fucking Pablo Blowjob Mari. He's got no other option in the centre at the moment, apart from Lokonga and Xhaka. So I'd say that would be nope. So yeah, it's going to be like that. Smith Rowe will get another chance in the number 10. I reckon he'll throw Saka back in on the right. Hopefully Martinelli on the left. And Uber if he's fit enough up front. And if not, Saka right, Pepe left, and Martinelli up front. That's it, bars. I've been dying to sneeze for a second. If I do any bars, fuck me. What's going on, girl? We're going to spit some bars in a second for any kind of wankers from Luton. And what? He runs his mouth from people just behind the screen or whatever, la la la. I'll do this shit very publicly, brother. I'll do this very publicly. Very, very publicly. Do you know what I mean? But how are you, Denise? Are you good? I'm going to go and put on a sick beat now. Even though I feel like my nose ain't ready for it. Shouts out to Hank Yubi, Lee Akers, Real Ones. As always, Long Burkamp. Who else we got in the stream tonight? Linda, of course. Long Burkamp, Lee Akers, and Yumi, Kamala. I don't know. WB is probably somewhere. And Yumi, you're mugging him off. Also making out. Yeah. Bros, you're going to get yourself blocked. Hank Yumi, just say the word, brother. Real ones, say the word. You know this geezer's blocked. Just say the word. I'm saying Leno. Saka. What? Tierney holding white. Saka right back, boss. Elneny, Sambi, Emil Smith Rowe, Martinelli, Pepe. You've missed someone out, bros. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll start with Hank Yumi, and I will switch the place down at you. Hold on. I'm still live, DJ. Go look at the comments or whatever, bruv. But happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to DJ DQ. Big man himself. Out with the boys. Block. All right, cool. Hold on. Let me hear that from Hank Yumi. Hank Yumi, do you want that little bastard blocked, or should we leave him to hear the bars? Leno, is Saka where, bruvs? Tierney holding white. I've got holding white as well. It must mean Chambers. Elneny and Sammy holding it together. Emil Smith Rowe. And then Saka, Martinelli, and Pepe. And I'd say Saka, Pepe on the wings, Martinelli up front. Yeah, that's pretty similar to what I said, apart from I didn't say Elneny. But yeah, deep down, can Elneny do worse job than Saka? No, the problem is, bros, you've got to face the facts. So sorry. You have to face the facts, bros, that Xhaka is pretty much the new captain. He was captain the other day, and yeah, I think he's the second captain now. Which is obviously massively disappointing and a massive blowjob, you know what I mean? But he's obviously going to play his stand-in captain, the guy that he's always loved. Sorry, 5 at the back. I see what you're saying. Not with Tierney as a centre-back, though, surely. I hate that one, man. Someone else has suggested that to me. Whip Tavares down on the fucking wing. 5 at the back. It's up to you, mate, if you want to... Believe it or not, you Luton degenerate. Exactly what he is, Buzz. And no, why the fuck would we worry about what he worries about? Do you know what I mean? Why would a real one like Hank have to lie about that? Do you know what I mean? He hasn't said he gets $2 million a year and he's a fucking rocket scientist, you little mug. Do you know what I mean? His work called him out to a different country. Do you know what I mean? I've seen that in my life before. Who? What's that, Lee? Front up or shut up, Dan? Ah? And don't come back, you little mug. Seriously. That was it. Your last warnings. One more piece of shit. You're blocked. That's it. You're a little mug. What was that, Lee? Front up, Dan? No, bro. We take everything away from the left-hand side. Honestly, when we do that. I do hear that. But no, I'd rather just go with 4. And if you're going to do them fucking 5s at the back, wait till Gabriel's back. Bollocks, bruv. Here he goes, my chin wobbles. Again, say it to my face. Yeah, because what's she saying? Front up or shut up? Oh, yeah, Kamala, what's going on? What's going on? We've still got the little Luton degenerate here, bros. I'll round up today's show. If you're not I'm going anywhere just yet, how happy are you with the Magic 5? Are we likely to see a 6th, like a Kieran Trippier? The only sort of media gossip today has been we're going to try and get rid of Bellerin, Atletico Madrid, put a little bit of money on top and Nick Trippier. Yes, that would work for me. That would work all day fucking long. Do you know what I mean? Because even though Trippier is a year, do you know what I mean? He's a solid right back, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather a Max Aarons. I'm sure you could send fucking Norwich. Give them a Maitland Miles. Give them Nelson. Fuck knows. You know what I mean? Give them Nketiah and nick their Max Aarons. Yeah, exactly. Just some people with spirit, heart, determination, or don't even just let all the wrong players go, Denise. Do you know what I mean? What nice comment. I like that, girl. Do you know what I mean? The Saliba Guendouzi. Both heart, spirit, determination. Do you know what I mean? Letting Martinez go. Letting Willock go. Do you know what I mean? Wrong decisions all the time. And then now you've let a goalkeeper go last season for 17 million. You have to spend 25 or 24 to go and replace that fucking dog. Mate, again, come up to me at the stadium. I'll reveal everything. No one shy out here, bruvs. I'll take everything off for you. Seriously. This little cunt fly is going to catch dead like they fucking did yesterday, mate. Again. Block the degenerate. All right. Brother, again, you can't even hear the bars now. You're done. The real one has asked to fucking block you. So, my friend, have a wonderful night. You're a pussy. You're a Luton degenerate. And just all in all, go suck your mum. All right, brother? Go and suck your mum. Do you know what I mean? You Luton runt. Arteta, Rwanda president tweets about Arsenal after Brentford tweet. I agree that Arsenal should not accept mediocrity. Totally agree with that. And have you seen that whole thing as well about this geezer? The geezer actually said by the year 2021 that, I don't know, the richest prince fucking blowjob in Nigeria, with no disrespect at all, has said he's going to buy the club, and he actively promised he would own it in 2021. Well, he went massively quiet when that fucking Daniel Ecken, etc., started trying to bid for the club. So he's another one that I take it is not so serious. Do you know what I mean? All right, bros, we're getting the bars going right now. I know, bros, but look at it. Even when we were trying to get Thomas Partey and that, do you know what I mean? You had Arsenal fans literally peppering fucking Ghanaian presidents' fucking chats like, is Thomas Partey signing for Arsenal? I was like, is this serious? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And especially no Matt yesterday, but Robson, do you know what I mean? Why would someone have like, what does he think he is? Eminem, Slim Shady, two personalities or something? He comes in as Robson on no beef, peace, love, tranquility and all of this, and then comes in like a cocksucker as Matt. I don't get it. Once Chelsea tears a new one and Uber puts in a pissy performance again, Arteta will be under the cosh big time. Wow, look at this for a blast from the past. Love or hate, me and this geezer both was on the same plate when it comes to Arteta. Mate, the problem is with this year, do I even put that up? Anyway, it was a dog shit transfer window. I think under a decent coach, Ben White, and maybe even Ramsdale could come good. Ramsdale we overspent on. I'll start with you with the Ramsdale one quickly. Surely Sam Johnson was a better keeper. Like, he even looked good just before the Euros. That wanker Southgate threw him out. I can't remember who it was against, and he looked all around solid in that game. And I thought, shouted out that night on the channel, this should be the geezer we're looking to get next summer, but this geezer should be ahead of Pickford in England's fucking pecking order as well. That's number one for you. Number two, mate, for me, we needed badly when we walked into this transfer market. I knew what would happen with Saliba. I was always first in the news on that one. I broke it a whole week or 10 days before anyone else. You know what I mean, about the Newcastle thing. That's straight for you, Brandon, la la la. I had it first, bang. Do you know what I mean? All the real ones will tell you I'm never second or long when it comes to news on this club. But I wondered, and I knew, especially when we gave Ben White the number 4 shirt, that was saying, Saliba, fuck you. We've probably got rid of him on a permanent. It was always personal, like I said, the whole Saliba Guendouzi thing. But again, on to Ben White. If we were serious about Ben White, I was calling for him before the season started. I went as far as to say, before he gets in this England squad, and then even when he was in the fucking side England squad, I was like, we've got to do a deal now or it's going to be 50 mil. And again, we bought him for 50 mil. But I'll do this one quickly for you. We badly need a right back, mate. We've got fucking loads of blowjobs at right back. Unacceptable. Tierney was good. We knew we needed a backup. But fuck me. Before getting a backup, it was more important to get a right back. On into the central midfield, mate. What a fucking calamity there, Brandon, yeah? You try and sell Xhaka all summer. You pester fucking poor little fucking Anderlecht, you know what I mean? For the sake of a couple of million, wouldn't just give them their 17. Had to insist you're getting 15. Do you know what I mean? And it does make me wonder how good any 15 million, with no disrespect to him, he could be. But listen, he isn't a Vieira already out here. You can see that. And anyone alongside Xhaka has to be strong. Do you know what I mean? So it's the exact same midfield as last season, Xhaka and Partey. And that didn't offer. Well, that offered 8th last season. And then you've got the whole Uber thing. Is he going Barcelona? Is it COVID? Is it this? Is it that? How are we going into a season again? This geezer got apparently rid of all of the rotten eggs, the Socrates, the Ozil, the whatever. And today, half on Sky, it's like, if you knew what was going on behind the scenes. Is he fucking kidding me, Brandon, and all the fucking real ones on this channel? He's basically saying again, it's almost like he's had to get rid of a few problems again. And certain things are going on behind the scenes. So how the fuck is he allowed this to grow again? Another infestation, let's say, all summer. You know, mate, you know, shouts out to you, real one, Long Bergkamp. Damn, this Trippier news is catching up. Mainstream media. Yeah, I know, I am seeing it. Again, though, Atletico have got no actual love for us, even though we tried to smooth it with Torreira. But unless they fancy Bellerin, I'm very, very unsure. Do you know what I mean? Why is everyone in the world following at me now? When I said front up and shut up, that was aimed at... oh, nice one. Yeah, oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. I knew it weren't for me. I thought you were just saying get on with the bars. And we know this manager is a clown, and well said. But the thing is, mate, we know we've had good players, but we had them good players last summer. How much faith have you got in the new players we've brought in, starting with Ramsdale, with Ben White, Tavares, Lokonga, Odegaard? How much faith have you got in these players, mate? We've seen what Odegaard could do on the back of last season. I've always said he's a good footballer, very smooth, doesn't lose the ball often. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it looks good and it's easy when you're doing it at Real Madrid, at Arsenal, do you know what I mean? Against Burnley and that, I found he was fucking lacking and slacking. And now, mate, it's just showed you they've backed the manager so much they can't get rid of him. Right, forget Conte, because Conte wouldn't have it. But even if you went to a half-decent manager right now, they're going to be like, have I got any money to spend? Well, they're going to be like, well, we've just bought all of this. So I can't see it being soon. You said December. I'd love that, because that's just before January window and the merry-go-round. And I can't believe that there's a geezer like Conte still available. But then again, it'll be giving him money. But guys, we've given this crown 130 million. Why didn't we just put, 70 on top? We probably would have got Conte. I hate them both equally. Never liked Mertesacker, never one thing about him. Seen him have one good game for Arsenal in his career, and I was right at the end of his career. Because he's not going to be a bench player, bros. Lokonga's probably the closest to a bench player, because that's Xhaka and Partey when he's fit, you know what I mean? So Lokonga's a bench player, Tavares is a bench player, but we needed a backup left back. But, you know what I mean? We badly needed a new central midfielder. Even if Xhaka fucked the new deal, even if we couldn't get rid of him and he had to stay, we should have had someone in, whether it was the Neves, whether it was a fucking Sanchez, you know what I mean? Anybody in that central midfield, do you know what I mean? Kameninga, anyone. But yeah, and there's two sides to that, and well said, Brandon. There's two sides to that, my friend. Because again, the next manager that comes in, unless it's an Emery or a yes man, do you know what I mean? Literally a yes man. Now, who would they go for? The Brighton manager? Because he would have it. He would work with everything he's got there. Do you know what I mean? He plays good football. Where do you go next? Because there won't be a massive budget. I actually can't believe, I'm dumbfounded to actually say that we are the highest fucking spenders in the Premier League on about 129 million. Real ones. All on the stream. Long Bergkamp, Lee Akers, Hanyumi, Kamala. If you could have spent 130 million this summer, where would it have went? How different would it have been? That goes to you as well, Brandon. How would you have spent this 130? Would you have just thought, fuck it, I'm going with 65 million fucking Martinez, 65 million, even though I wouldn't have, I'm not saying Martinez, 65 million Maddison. And what, just got two bangers and say Tavares? What was wrong with keeping Saliba? If Rob Holding, with all respect, is just going to be a bench warmer now, because he doesn't play two right-footed centre-backs. We proved that the other day by paying £1 million to Flamengo in order to give this geezer a game the other day, Pablo Blowjob Mari. Yeah? He likes the left foot, right foot thing, so that's going to stay for a minute. And Holden ain't getting above fucking Ben White. So if Holden's just a bench warmer, why didn't we actively try and sell him and bring back Saliba? Everything the Blowjob does is wrong. Do you honestly think he'll go by December? The only way I think he'll go by December is with God's blessings, Brandon, the fans are back. And I honestly think the biggest part of Wenger getting sacked by this club is when that bastard, you're the one in the end. Today's attendance, 41,339. We'll thank you all for coming out today. Do have a safe trip home and go fuck yourselves. Hey, that guy, the Tannoy speaker. When that guy started hitting notes of not fucking 59,432, or better still, 60,038, that favourite little number, that's when Wenger got sacked. Now, if the fans start voting with their feet, do you know what I mean? Because we know the merch, it isn't the biggest deal with the merch. People like me, we love the merch, you know what I mean? I get all the kits, blah, blah, blah. Don't usually get them printed, but I just had to this year with the channel on the back. And again, my massive big problems with him, if we could get him on the channel right now, Cronker, swearing your kid's life, do you know who Ramsdale is? Do you know what I mean? He knows zero. So he has just backed it and backed their process. But hasn't he got advisors out there? Like, he's a rich man. His wife is fucking richer than God. He must have, like, really clever advisors out there saying, mate, do you know what? If you just sort of done it the Conte way or done this, like when he has you back in the Champions League and winning the Premier League in 1 or 2 years, we're going to have a lot of money around us. Big sponsors are going to want to come around us. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, mate. And that's what I mean. Even down to Lacazette, the £57 million striker, mate. Get him out somehow. I don't care. A swap deal with some cunt. Do you know what I mean? Fucking tell Barcelona, you've got Lacazette, mate. Go get their kid Abora. I don't know. Go to Atletico. Go get Trippier. Give them fucking blowjob Bellerin and Lacazette. I couldn't give a fuck. Tell me, mate. I'm all fucking ears. But again, this Richard Garlick, you know what I mean? When he was appointed. Who was the other one? Was it Richard Garlick, the guy that was appointed a little while ago and said, we'll never let another player get on the 2 years on their contract. If they've got 2 years on their contract, they're out the door. Well, we've got about a whole squad. Kolasinac, Maitland Miles and Ketia, all of a year left on their deal. Lacazette, do you know what I mean? Again, none of us actually know about this Onana because, again, no one else in the world, interestingly enough, what does that tell you? Is it because he's a drugs cheat? Is it because he's shit? No one else in the world have bid for him. And that could be because he's a drugs cheat. Let's have it right. So I never believed in that. And I did hear it a different way. He thought he'd be more publicly backed by the club, Ajax, given a new deal and shown a lot of love, and you're still the number one. And it was all fake, all the shit against you, and it was diet tablets, etc. James Rodriguez, mate, again, we're a club that's took so many risks, mate, and I love you, Bergkamp, but again, a while, massive risk, you know what I mean? Well, a similar risk to Odegaard, I suppose. James Rodriguez, no chance. If Ancelotti couldn't get him shouting perfect tunes for him at Everton last year, no one is, because they have a lot of respect for each other. He's the guy that brought him to fucking Real Madrid. That was Raul Sanelli. So on that point, what was Edu, our technical director, doing with Raul Sanelli 3-4 weeks ago on a yacht in the south of France or whatever, and having fucking sex on skiing fucking slopes together? What is all that about? Raul Sanelli got sacked from our club for being a fucking thief. Interesting name, Jonathan Johansson. Shouts out to Bergkamp on this. Max Aaron's 30 mil, yep. Ward-Prowse, never going to happen. I like Ward-Prowse. I definitely would take him alongside Partey. But even at 50 mil, if there's one thing in Southampton, they get mugged off for their Vestergaards, everything. Ward-Prowse is such a humble lad. Just go look what he said on Sky News yesterday. He's another Matt Letizia. He's never leaving the club, mate. The West Ham guy, interesting. Matt Ryan 3. Tavares 8 million. Henderson 8 million. Keeps Saliba. Total 135. Very interesting. Max Aarons, I reckon you can even get slightly cheaper. Honestly, give them Nathan Miles, a direct replacement at right back. You know what I mean? Give them a bit of Nelson or an Nketiah. You're almost done. Do you know what I mean? And if they do insist on money, it's 25-30 cash. Definitely. Ward-Prowse ain't like leaving Southampton, but there was other central midfielders. Do you know what I mean? Souček is definitely a good player at West Ham. Murdered it all last season. Do you know what I mean? Matt Ryan fucked off from Spain. Apparently, he's one of them guys. At least he was up front. he thought he's better than Leno, and he was like, listen, man, I can be number one. And they've obviously told him they're getting Ramsdale or something. So that's why he's fucked off. Let me read the end of that. Because, of course, again, even though certain people don't respect me out here, I'm full of respect. I'm glad you said keep Saliba. Tavares, 8 mil. Lokonga, 17 mil. Very interesting. So again, I'll change that with. I'd keep the Max Aarons 30. I'd have went 15 mil West Brom. Sam Johnson. Central midfield. Sanchez again. We know he's kind of flopped. He flopped at Swansea. He flopped at Bayern Munich. He always looks good. No, exactly looks good for his international team. So no, I can't. I don't know. Central midfield. Who would I have honestly went with, guys? Who would I have? I didn't trust Neves either. I don't know. Central midfield. That DePaul looked good. The Argentinian midfielder, Rodrigo DePaul. I don't know. You'd have to give me a second to think about that. If it all went pear-shaped, I'd have to have went Neves, I suppose. Tavares is Tavares. Yeah, we'll both agree. Lokonga could be for the future. Yeah, sweet. I'm just going to be realistic. Ward-Prowse, I'd have. Set-piece genius. It'll fucking hell. We'd start scoring goals from free kicks and corners like we used to. In fact, we haven't for a minute. We've always been shit at set pieces. So, interesting comment, Brandon. Max Aaron has been the most important. And interesting, he wouldn't have gone for the centre-back. He wouldn't have put the £50 million. How many people this season, if you had the £130 million to spend, how many of you would be like me and a certain someone and kept Saliba? Or even, I would have still with Ben White. I would have just tried to sell the blowjob Marie and fucking hold him. Kept Rekic, had Rekic, Gabriel, Ben White. Rekic, Gabriel, Ben White. And who am I forgetting? Gabriel, Ben White. And Saliba, of course. Fuck me, Danny. Because again, if Rob Holding is only going to be bench warming all season, why the fuck can't Saliba just bench warm? WB, Onana pulled out of a move to Lyon at the last moment. When? Is that true? Interesting. So all the looting degenerates actually do publicly. So this one's interesting, whoever this degenerate is. I'd nothing against Luton, but I really hope they go nowhere near the fucking Premier League this year. If they get to the fucking playoffs or something, I'll get my ass down to Wembley to make sure they don't fucking get up. And again, Ben White, is that your real thoughts, or has someone just whispered in your ear and told you to say that, you mug? And Ramsdale isn't my choice. I think he's a decent keeper, mate, but not my choice. If we were championship shopping for a keeper, how many more times do I have to say it, you fucking degenerate? I'd have went with fucking Sam Johnson, do you know what I mean? Yeah, especially where they've had a good season in European football, it would have been hard. Fuck me, and he certainly ain't worth that. Do you know what? It could be. It'll be interesting to see what kind of season he has this year. Do you know what I mean? We all know about them Fellaini's and that. Martinelli, I think you mean, was at the Olympics, Linda, yes? From everything I've seen of him, yeah, though, yeah. No bullshit, no fucking around. Even in the European Championships, when I see him as well, he has no fucking around there. Wow. Certain of your friends would be very disappointed in you saying that. But I couldn't agree with you fucking more. But if we're going to do that, why haven't we just got a Conte from the start and given him the money? Is that just too easy for Arsenal? Like, that same board paid Wenger a lot of fucking money. We certainly did. But as I'm saying, where obviously Brandon hasn't been about, how long was I saying Ben White? I'm sure it could have been done 30, 35 mil when we were being linked with Lamptey and Basuma. And it took him to get into the England team for Arsenal to crack into action. Yeah, that would be my choice at centre-back. Saliba, Ben White, even though we know he has the left-backs, and then you fucking have Blowjob and fucking Gabriel there, obviously. And again, yeah, I think we've probably possibly overpaid about 10, 15 mil for him, but there's worse out there. With English tax, with 23 years old, Do you know what I mean? And again, remember, if this was Wenger's era and the way Brighton played football, do you know what I mean? It would have even ticked Wenger's box, I'm sure. Well, yeah, the most hurtful bit for me is not getting the positions we badly needed. With all our hands on heart, we would have said we needed a right back, a banging central midfielder to fuck Xhaka off once and for all. And even if he didn't stay, then it collapsed the move to Roma. Well, you know what time of day it is. We've got this guy now alongside Partey. An outstanding number 10. Like, again, I think it hampers Smith Rowe ever making it at the club, even though he blatantly needs help and he hasn't had an assist or a goal in a little while. And deep down, I know he probably ain't ready to be the only number 10 at Arsenal. Odegaard kind of hampers his progression, I think. Oh, he will, mate. But as I said, a lot of that for me is getting a right back alongside him. You seen like the first goal the other day, the cock up with Chambers running out, mate. We just need a bit of fucking stability at the back. I hope he doesn't, mate. I reckon he'll hold him on the bench, you know that, as it is only Arsenal as well. And that's what I'm saying. Most managers know this. He'll hold him on the bench for the last half hour to come on and terrorise us. Mate, I only can see a defeat. Do you know what I mean? We need to win out of them last time. If we play blindly, like every man being a soldier, like he's screaming the game shouldn't have went ahead the other day. We're still not going to have Thomas Partey. We're still not going to have probably Uber. Uber might be fit enough for the bench. But in saying that, I don't think he's going to start with Balogun up front because he keeps saying it was an unprecedented Arsenal side. Well, who the fuck is he aiming that at if that went straight at Balogun? I think with a right back, mate, and if Ramsdale happens to be a decent keeper, do you know what I mean? But again, with Ramsdale, he can't play out from the back. And you're spending 24 million quid on a keeper. He ain't a backup, but yeah, I mean, a 24 million on a guy that's going to be your number one, but he can't play out from the back. And he couldn't coach or teach this to Leno. Why does Arteta think he can teach this to Ramsdale? We must be preparing for yeah. Wow, I thought he said Champions League. I get that as well. And seriously, like, it is bad. I don't think it's relegation bad, but I think we could be in the bottom half of the table for the first couple of months of the season. It depends how we recover from the beating to Chelsea and Man City coming up. And then I think what is it? Is it Burnley and Palace after that? And then straight onto the North London derby. Same here. Same here. And do you know what I went for? A proper winger, bros. Do you know what I mean? That Overmars, Lundberg style. Someone that gets goals, do you know what I mean? And then you got two proper wingers, Saka and fucking, the new guy, and Pepe Boy, the backup dancer for real. So again, if it's a setback, which I'm not saying it isn't, why? Because for them to go and sack the blowjob of a manager now, we've spent all our budget. If they sack Arteta now, the new manager is going to want a few quid in January. So none of that makes sense. Conte would come in, he'd be like, I need this and this. What's really going on with Uber? Who thinks he's got a career at the club? Only good thing is Sambi, Tavares, the rest of them are a waste of money. Shit. Piss off, mate. Again, piss off, mate. See what I mean? You're a fucking looting degenerate. Like, how can you even say that? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Telling me you're going to be around to see Arteta win the title. Motherfucker, we ain't even playing European football. Again, do you know what? The first thing on that, I don't care about him getting relegated. Like, when you play for Bournemouth and Sheffield United, we can all do that, and we're all getting relegated. The thing is, I still think out of the relegated crew, Sam Johnson was better. Excuse me. So even though I know that ain't blinding to have on your CV, excuse me, I'm not holding that against the poor little bastard. Fucking hell. That's really defeatist talk from Brandon, yeah. Mate, most of the things you say is fucking sick and stupid. Yeah, you know that, innit? You know that. And Odegaard, you know what I mean? You really need him to kind of do something straight away. Or the fans and the real ones are going to be calling just straight for Smith Rowe to be put back in the number 10. Evening, Adam. How are you, G? What's going on? Over an hour in, mate. He's been screaming about this for a minute as well. And I have said all summer, something's going on. Like when I said me and Han Yumi was having the joke about all the English players and you have to be English and white to play for Arsenal this summer. Fuck. That's very true. Fuck you, Adam, on that. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, they had that one decent season. Sometimes teams have that and then they're gone the next year, bros. We've seen it way too many times. Ramsdale didn't get them relegated, G. They were fucking shit. They couldn't score a goal on a brothel. I think they had this dude called McGoldrick scoring 1 or 2 here and there. Usman! Real one, what's going on? Call you online. It's usually too late in Pakistan, so I miss out at times. Bro, send me some. I'm so sorry. Again, I know you sent me your email. Just, you know what, bros? I'll give you my number. You can come onto the WhatsApp group. Anything you like, G. Do you know what I mean? Because I do struggle to get... Just send me an email or a contact on this video tonight, a comment, something, please, bros, and we'll take it from there. Do you know what I mean? I'll either get you on the WhatsApp group, get you on the Twitter or something. Do you know what I mean? James, interesting fucking comment. But we're not that fucking good, and that's the shame, mate. I'd love to think we were going to win 2-1 and paper off a couple of the cracks like we used to, and the Arteta fans come out from the fucking woodwork giving it, I told you, it's Champions League next. Fucking hell, we'll win the fucking World Cup. You know what I mean? Haha, yes. Joking, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm sure we won't be at the end of the window, especially if fucking Kane goes Man City or something, but we've fucking spent the most money. Like, how many times has Arsenal fans been able to say that? And are we genuinely happy? Excuse me. Bro, 130 million. I know, that's been pretty much the topic of tonight, G. Keeping up with 8th place. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, I've said it on Twitter tonight. Because I put out a public, obviously, a while ago saying we're finishing 12th this year. I've changed to 12th. I goes, you know what, guys? Don't worry. We're getting 8th again. I think the signs of Odegaard, the Magic 5, will manage to get us 8th. Yeah, that bit, again, I've got nothing against Ben White. And, you know what I mean? Ramsdale ain't the worst in the world. But just on the money topic-wise, is it something to do with an English quota? Is there something that we don't know going to kick in from next year? Because I've never, especially on the guys like Wenger, never known Arsenal to give a fuck to one fucking English right backs, English goalkeepers, English centre back. Do you know what I mean? Linked with English Tammy Abraham. Do you know what I mean? Getting deals done for the English Emil Smith Rowe, English Saka, etc. Yes, I agree with that, Matt. Well done. Wow. So after all the negatives, there we go. We could still be that. Well, yeah, I hear you. I fucking can't see it. And I never trusted the process from the minute it fucking started, to be honest with you. I think Brandon can tell you that from the first day he ever set eyes on me. Do you know what I mean? It was Arteta out. They were all fucking blowjobs and they can all fuck themselves. Again, there he goes again with a smart investment. He's going to start saying about how they've all got sell-on values and we can get the 50 million back for Ben White. Arsenal shouldn't be thinking like that. And we can get the 24 mil back for Ramsdale. We shouldn't be thinking like that. Mate, it's not about wanting. I just said I wasn't massively opposed. I said publicly, yes, we've tried Socrates, 17 mil. We've tried Mustafi, 34 mil. Koscielny, whatever mil. Van Aalen, whatever mil. And they've all turned out to be fucking great big blowjobs. And I did say yes, very publicly, whether it was a Lucas Dunk, and I said his name, and I did say Ben White's name. I said I want the next centre-back we buy to be a fucking good old-fashioned English centre-back and see what time of day it is from there. If we ain't got money for the straight-up Van Dijk, you know what I mean, or whatever, bang, yeah? Just give me a fucking English centre-back for a bit of English fucking mentality. And I even went as far as to say, I don't mind if he's had a season or two in the fucking Championship, because that will liven his ass up as well. So, yes, I'm not going to start giving out I wanted English players all over the fucking gaff, bruv. English goalkeepers, Ramsdale. I never said that one moment. But in saying that, if you're offering me some fucking Neto or something, do you know what I mean? Or Ari Blower or something, they're bollocks. Give me a Ramsdale then. Again, just Odegaard didn't offer. I mean, straight. Odegaard offered fuck all for me last season, bruvs. So I still don't get it with him. Even though I didn't want an Aouar at similar money, I still don't get it with Odegaard. He never done fuck all for me last year. Look at him tonight. Arteta's no mug. I'm serious. Arteta, mate, look at him on Sky tonight. He's kind of suggested again, like, he's had a lot going on this summer. The game should have been called off the other day. He's basically had pagans to deal with, like literally as far as like more rotten eggs in the camp. Like you have to get rid of the Ozils, the Socrateses, the Louises before. And what is he almost saying? It started again. Like the way he was talking, like certain things have happened. Believe me, behind the scenes, you don't know. So what? Fuck you, you blowjob. Things happen behind the fucking scenes everywhere, bro. You know what I mean? You still managed to spend. Sorry, guys. Fucking hell. You still managed to spend over £130 million on motherfuckers, you know what I mean? And that one there today properly pissed me off. He was literally suggesting, walk a mile in my shoes, you don't know what it's like. How about you fucking fuck off then, you little mug? Mate, just arguing with a couple of people, you know, it goes bit of this, bit of that, sticking up for Arsenal where I think they should do, and then obviously there's not a lot that I can stick up for them as much as I love them, do you know what I mean? Right, then it's Saka Holding, White, and then it's Sambi, Smith for Marley. Right, again, but as much as I love it, again, remember, he's laid his heart on the fucking floor. He's gave the guy a new deal. He was skipper against Brentford. As much as I hate it, and yes, I would play the Egyptian Mohamed El fucking Sideways Nini over Xhaka. It's just not going to happen, mate. The only interesting thing could be is if Lokonga could bang for a couple of games and keep his place when Partey's back. But do I think that will happen? No, because it's going to be Thomas Partey and Xhaka, the exact same as last season. But again, I'm sure he's not going to break his left foot, right foot thing because he had to pay £1 million to Flamingo the other day just for playing that fucking blowjob. Talking of blowjobs, what's this one saying now? That's a massive point. I was on a bit of a Twitter space the other day, and before I joined or before I got into the fucking conversation, that's what a lot of the Chelsea fans were saying. We've got to nick an early goal. Because some of them were still actually not confident. They were like, I fucking don't trust Arsenal, they're bastards. If they're ever going to play a well-done cunt, it's going to be against us. And I'm just sitting there listening, pissing myself. But then whenever one got a bit cocky and he was like, yeah, nah, bollocks, go 1-0 up, they'll fucking melt. This could be 5 and 6s and 7s. No, I wouldn't go that far, mate. I wouldn't go that far at all, especially if Dunk had been 30. No way. Ben White does need to add a bit of the physical stuff. But that's what I'm saying. It's up to Ben White as well. He's got to be told, mate, this is what we lack. You're English, you're young, you're 23, you could be in the England team for years, you could be Arsenal fucking skipper, England skipper. Do you know what I mean? Van Dijk it up a bit, Sam. Well said, because, yeah, do you know what I mean? Abramovich, obviously, again, is no fool. And even if he's not in touch himself personally, he's got a million people that work for him around the clock that'll be phoning him and letting him know. Do you know what I mean? That's what I like to hear, and let's hope that happens, mate. Excuse FC back again. Who's that aimed at? Not at me. No way. But yeah, I hear you. Corona has no. Fuck off. I'm not even reading that. I've heard Corona and messed up. I'm done reading that. Let's see what his other comment was. Keep them coming, Brandon. Because they're already have. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. I get that, bro. You've noticed 3 wins against Chelsea. You've come with no fans. Where the fuck? I've just run backwards on myself. There you go. Real one again. Most definitely a mug. So again, how bad does it have to get? Brandon, Liakers, Hanyuni, Kamala, Adam, Longbergkamp, please get at me. How bad does it actually have to get before they'll open fire on this little bastard? Do you know what I mean? There he goes again. Muggy comment. No, man. Fucking Chelsea fans were a few years ago, boy. Well, them kind of ones that fucking, they were like me and you, Lee. Them ones that fucking make you proud. The Chelsea hardcore. Not this new age Chelsea wankerism that's going on. There we fucking go. Because I said last night I'm happy with Ben White over per fucking Torres. Listen, I said publicly, yes, we needed an English centre-back, blah, blah, blah. We've tried all these foreign ones from Spain and fucking everywhere. Bro, in my opinion, yes, we needed an English centre-back. Do you know what I mean? Nothing is going to change my mind on that, mate. Nothing. Do you know what I mean? And if he really is that shit, do you know what I mean? Start of January and I'll be screaming again, we need a fucking English centre-back. Someone with a bit of fucking spirit, mentality, brawns, bollocks, balls, you know? It can go all ways, Buzz. It can go all ways. Fuck me, what, dark horses to get back into Europe? Dark horses to win the league? Dark horses to do fucking what? Fucking what? Mate, I can name you 4 teams that are getting into the fucking top 4 over us. I can probably name you 6 or 7 teams that are getting towards the top 4 over us. Do I want to say this as an Arsenal fan? No. As I'm saying, when we were going for a goalkeeper and that, I really thought it was more because Leno couldn't play out from the back. Not that that shit bothers me. I'm old fucking school. I don't give a fuck. Kick the cunt away. Do you know what I mean? The way we used to have Seaman, fucking Dixon, Adams, Keown, fucking etc. Do you know what I mean? Worked beautifully. Won titles. Do you know what I mean? Wenger coming and changed nothing in that defence. You see the goalkeeper, the back 4 and 4. Interesting. Let's whip into this midfield. Do you know what I mean? What's he talking about? Can't be talking about me, you rat. Again, what, because someone else asked for fucking dunk? You're an absolute rat, brother. You're an absolute rat, my friend. Interesting. I'd go Saliba. Yep, there you go. He literally did. I'd go Saliba as well, bruvs. Even though we know the problem, they're both right-footed. Is Jorginho the footballer we needed? Interesting question from the cocksucker. I certainly didn't want him. I know he's like a Gilberto Silva. He does that quiet job. He's very intelligent. Fuck his penalties and his little hop, skip and bop. But, whoa. Now, if we're talking about Ben White not being physically strong enough at centre-back and everything, like we've lacked a fucking Vieira since the second Vieira walked out, do you know what I mean? Even his little fucking pal, Emmanuel Petit. I would rather an explosive guy. It's kind of as I said, I was watching so many games of Brighton last season. Hence why I started liking Bissouma. Ben White, as I said, I stumbled across him. I was going to Brighton games to look at Lamptey and Bissouma. But anyway, back to Bissouma quickly. He's pretty no nonsense. He'll never get you a goal in the Premier League or anything. But again, do you know what I mean? It depends what you're looking for. And as I'm saying, it's like, as much as congratulations, spending 130 million. Again, right back, badly needed. I'd fix problems one by one. If you're going to make a 50 million statement on Ben White and then go and grab a fucking expensive goalkeeper, you have to have a decent right back. So your boy, 50 million, doesn't look so exposed when Bellerin's fucking spinning like some little fucking tart. And Chambers looks a little bit like a Southampton blowjob, just clueless. Do you know what I mean? That would have been nice. And if Emre was around, that would have been the exact partnership. And that's the one thing I wish Emre had a fucking either gotten every year or Saliba never had to go back, because he would have started playing Saliba the exact same way he threw in Man City home game, first game of the season, bang, threw the boy fucking Guendouzi in straight. See, this is I do fear because of the money he spent. I do fear this as well. But again, if Stadium announced stuff 42,120, who knows? If that sort of lyric starts coming out, and every other stadium is packed in the fucking world, that as far as we know it, they'll still sell very late, if not still to this minute, tickets on sale, general sale for the Arsenal-Chelsea game. Like, that isn't a regular, whether we're shit or not, mate. That doesn't happen. Holding new deal. Disgusting. Xhaka new deal. Fucking ruining the club. Saka new deal. Emmanuel Smith-Rowe new deal. Yep. Uber new deal. A lot of money, yeah. White Party, Lokonga, Tavares, Cedric Murray. This is all the blowjobs players. And he has signed a lot of players, hasn't he? Cedric, a blowjob. Murray, a blowjob. Tavares, we're going to have to see. I'm sure he's the least of our problems. But everything I've heard out of fucking Portugal, they were like, yes, that's brilliant money. Well, this is what I'm saying. Again, was it the blessings of having no fans last year? Because if fans voted their feet and that stadium ain't banging out to its rafters, that's what the American knows how to make money, innit? And if there's tickets available, I don't care if it's against Burnley, Aston Villa, and there's sections of the crowd fucking blah, 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 and they're 1-0 down, and they get the ones that did pay are going, fuck off with your bike, you know what I mean? That's when, who knows? Because that's what I believe did make Wenger lose his job in the end, when them attendances went fucking down. Brilliantly said, bro. Couldn't have said that answer more perfect myself. Yes, Arteta can fuck off. Bring me Saliba back. Brilliant. Do you know what I mean? And that's another saving grace. If this goes out to Brandon as well, we'll soon see, because I can't believe Ben White was given his shirt. We'll soon see if that was a permanent deal, brothers and sisters. Do you know what I mean? Because, yeah, he should never have been given his shirt. Hence why Odegaard probably didn't get fucking the number 11 shirt today. That still officially is Torreira's shirt, no? Right, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a drink, because that Coke is tasting rotten. I can't see what. It's a fucking wild cherry Fanta, some of the American flavours. It's getting hot in here now, like. Why do we keep English centre back? Hold on. Why do you keep saying English centre backs? What does nationality have to do? Again, because I'm not patriotic. You see, England, when they lost to Italy, I was pissing myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. It's not the patriotic. I'm patriotic. It's nothing to do with that. Like, stop being a fucking arse. What's the bit about Ashley Cole? Your last great English player was Ashley Cole, yeah. And we binned him to Chelsea for the sake of £5,000 a week. Cunt club. Do you know what I mean? That's the cuntiness we do. And that's the problem. Do you know what I mean? How does a club do that? Best left back in the world. Do you know what I mean? Mourinho could smell that all over the place and had a piece of it. Buzz, from everything I've seen of him, again, I did watch a lot of Brighton games. I watch a lot of football, so let's not start talking, I don't know, I don't watch football games. Do you know what I mean? I end up and putting it on Twitter. I watch the maddest of games at the craziest of hours. I was watching who was the Brazilian kid, the defender we were linked with, played for Santos. But yeah, Ben White was good at Brighton last year. Do you know what I mean? Very comfortable. And as I say, where they're a good footballing team, he's very nice playing it out. He doesn't shit himself. And that was the first thing I was hoping again. And even though we didn't see that definitely against Brentford, I thought he was going to bring that kind of a bit of calmness, even at 23, a bit of calmness to the squad. Do you know what I mean? Not needing no time to come in and gather his fucking head and whatever. But mate, we've tried the 34 million centre-back from Spain. The similar sort of money you're trying to say we should have spent on Pau Torres. Again, it's not because he's English. Anyway, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Hear that? No, Dan, old school Chelsea. I agree. But nowadays, it's just plastic. Oh, yeah, bro. So, like, all the young fucking channels out there, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, all the real Chelsea. I remember one channel was really broken out of me. And I said, I was like, bro, do you think I don't know the real fucking Chelsea fan? They think people like you are a fucking cunt, you big blowjob. Yeah. No, it doesn't mean that at all, bros. Again, not a fucking tool. But again, do you know what I mean? There was a massive certain of element of risk over the Ruben Torres thing. Yes, it's been proved right and championships and blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying, I'm still comfortable with because of the position we're in, bros, 8th, a shit fucking team. Do you know what I mean? He's a calm defender. Like, how many times are we going to fucking go into this, brother? Recommended him. And do you know what? When that whole recommendation of Henry come in, because of the whole Daniel Ek combining him, I never thought it was going to happen. So that was very interesting. I do think that's more Vincent Kompany and Mikel Arteta have a really close little blowjob bond from their Man City days. So I think that's how that one was done over the line myself. Good evening, Mr. Pogba. How are you? How's Man United? Are you happy with everything? Are you not done as far as transfers are concerned? What is this? It's going to be in the Premier League with the top players have come on to and flop. That's what I mean. The Koscielnys, Wijnaldums, and they all look good for a couple of games. Do you know what I mean? Even Gabriel to a certain extent. He ran around like a giraffe a lot last season, but we're not going there again. He obviously clearly gets into the season. He was around a lot of shaky shit, a team that finished 8th. You know what I mean? And yeah, he is still our best defender last season, even though I think he was shaky. But yeah, well said. And that's what we're going with, bros. Do you know what I mean? Oh, we both deluded gooners now, seriously. And do you know what? Me and Brandon ain't got zero love for each other, trust me. But I'll back him on that one. I think he's backing me on that one as well, bros. Ben White being the signing wouldn't have been the guy that we might have went for. We might have more put the money somewhere else because we're not blind gooners. Kept what we got, the Salibas, worked with them and give it a whirl. And put that £50 million maybe in a Madison's pocket. Do you know what I mean? Etc. Do you know what I mean? It's all of the decisions, mate. I'm not saying Willock is the saviour, blah, blah, blah. But in hindsight, with a lot of that shit going in the midfield, until something better was signed, and fuck me, was that Odegaard? I wouldn't have sold Willock. Last season, again, that was more because we got a financial offer. Like, how are we now replacing the mistake we made last year, selling Martinez for 17 million to Aston Villa? But now we're covering it up with wallpaper and fucking paste and filler, you cunt. Do you know what I mean? And covering it up by buying Ramsdale. Yeah, that bit of it fucking annoys me. Do you know what I mean? That annoys the fuck out of me. Danny, be honest. It must worry that Ben White and Ramsdale are Arteta signing as this guy who signed William. Yeah, it does worry the fuck out of me, bruv, because it wonders, are they really signings? Was it something obvious? Was it because we had an agreement with the clubs? Because as I say, a lot of Arsenal's deals are drug deals. We get them on tick, etc., pay them later. Do you know what I mean? A lot of that element, yes, bruv, yes, it does worry me. What more worries me is, can he coach these players? Because that's what I'm saying. Bringing in a decent manager, I actually think if it was Conte and he had Ramsdale and Ben White to work with, I'm quite happy with this season. Just what I mean, that's funny. Look at that, bruv. I've just spun it to you like that then. I think Conte could get a tune out of fucking Ramsdale. He would insist on a right back. And I think he'll get a tune out of Ben White and Gabriel and Tierney at left back and make that a solid defence. Why am I saying that? Or are you still going on this whole, I might be a bit fucking nuts out here or something? So go on, answer it in that way. Could Conte, could Wenger I prime Wenger. Got a tune out of that defence. One of Wenger's biggest casualties on the States was, bruv, he didn't have a fucking plan B. When we were current at Europe, it got frustrating getting beat in the last 16 every year. Because I was thinking, what are we going Champions League for? Just to get murdered by Bayern or Barca 5-2 every fucking year. Do you know what I mean? Because we had no plan B in certain games. We just sort of went out, all attacking, all our little small midfielders, our Nasris, our Fabregases, even though they were ballers, you know what I mean? Whatever it was, do you know what I mean? Not pointing fingers at anyone. Just saying, we went out with the same style, the same mentality, the same just pass it around and try and walk it in the fucking Bumble Clark net. Real one, didn't even see you were fucking there. Well, tonight, come on, cut the stream and ride out to Luton. Do you know what, bros? We fucking should, bros. What, bros? Get me on Twitter straight away. What, you up for that? Run up on some fucking little cunts, bros. What are you saying, Jay? You going to be at the protest as well on Sunday? Or are you coming down to Meatley Acres, isn't it? Yeah, bros, and that's what I'm saying. When the day Sol Campbell come in, even though it's from Tottenham, we all knew what the fuck that was going to do for us. That was changing a lot, do you know what I mean? And everyone that screams about winning mentality and all of this, Sol Campbell would won a fucking blowjob at fucking Tottenham, do you know what I mean? But he come in, and where Kolo Toure wasn't the fucking greatest defender in the world, Sol Campbell had him under his wing and was like, right, watch this, son, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, brilliant comment. I love you. Mwah, Lee, do you know what I mean? No problem, mate. I heard it here. Fuck me, we're still overly doing this Ben White thing. For me, it's definitely get players in right positions. Don't fuck around. You know what I mean? Whether that is trying to play Tavares at right back, because I could see something nutty going on sometimes with this Arteta freak. And it's a shame the boys just really can't fucking make their debuts. Jay, Phils, get back to me. It's a shame the boys can't make their debuts, legitimately, bros. Because, yeah, I do think Ramsdale would have went straight in goal. And I do think Odegaard would have been number 10. It would have been a bit of a shame and a kick in the dick for Smith Rowe. But I think that would have been it. Like I said, bitch and shit happened. It would have been fucking, yeah. Shit happened. Where's Jay fucking Phils? Where's Jay Phils? Okay. I did think you'd get a midfielder, maybe someone to the tune of a Kamavinga. Look at this little kid, this, God, what's his name? Something Saab, John Papa, fuck. 18-year-old, plays for Metz, I think, man. He's been linked with a few clubs and his name's been banded around and now it sort of broke late tonight on Sky that Tottenham are the team close to doing a deal for him. I only call Conte a midget to piss you off, bros. Kunde's good, bros. Right, here's the man himself. Give me 5, bro. Give me 5 minutes. What you really saying? Fuck me, is he really up for going Luton and doing something to someone tonight? Shouts out to Jay, Lee. You got your ears around that? Sounds like a fucking road trip's going on. You want to get the whip ready? Okay, there's a little Luton pagans now. Jump in the comments and say something, boys. You let Martinez go for 17 million, actually was, mate. Won the Copa America. Bro, you've had this conversation with me. I know that was disgusting. And now we're fucking wallpapered over the cracks with Ramsdale. Because it was a huge mistake. I know it is a huge mistake. But we still needed a goalkeeper better than Leno alongside him. And we had one on with Martinez. Today, thankfully, I think we've bought one that's better than Leno again. But it's not the point. We should have kept the guy we had. That you're saying obviousness, mate. And I agree with you on this, but then it's like, I don't know what you're trying to fucking say. And I'm just saying, Koundé hasn't played ever against fucking Burnley on fucking Saturday, then fucking Chelsea on Wednesday, then fucking Liverpool on Saturday. Do you know what I mean? And Ben White is a bit more ready for that, mate. Koundé is still a midget. I fucking love it. I do have to catch up for the second season. Yeah, I don't know what happens. Chelsea get that second season syndrome, bros, and people start getting upset. Guys, I might have to jump out this stream. I got fucking Jay Fields fucking texting the arse off me now. I'm checking the inbox now, bros. 2 seconds. Oh, fuck Webster. Fuck Dunk as well. I would have took Basuma, not a 50 mil, but I would have took Basuma. I think he's another guy that was worth a prime 30, 35 mil like our boy Ben White. I know, bros. We've got a different kind of scouting thing. Like, love or hate Brentford, or the way other teams do it. We look at guys that can play it out from the defence, and yeah, bros, we do it wrong like that. I did still think Ben White was very calm at Brighton. Like, do you know a guy that just doesn't shit himself? Everyone at Arsenal seems to really proper shit themselves when the ball comes anywhere near us. I've had enough of us just shitting themselves. Right. Out to the acres on this. Would we mind if we skip these bars tonight? I want to see what Jay Fields is up to. Fuck it, Buzz. I'll come and get you as well, Lee. I think this geezer's really up because my phone's giving it in my ear. Like, I think he's really up. There he is. I think he's really up for going Luton. Ooh, shouts out to Jay. Mr. Jay Fields. Where's all the Luton pagans gone? Come on, come back. Say something, quickly. That is right, and that helps, you know what I mean? And I did say that to people. I would have rathered Saliba, do you know what I mean? Gabriel, Tierney, a decent right back, and Basuma and Partey closing the door in the midfield on potential fucking pagans. But it doesn't always happen like that. Guys, I'm going to get out of the stream. Could be a surprise fucking trip to Luton on the cards. Hey, hey. Has he? Hold on. Oh, Xhaka, yeah, I know. No, I don't know. Yeah, mate, for me, again, Xhaka, he would excel in Italy. Like, if he had fucked off to Roma, the only thing I'd have been pissed at is looking at him looking like a world-class midfielder, pinging the ball left, right, and centre, because you don't get run up on the same way in the fucking Premier League as you do. I mean, at Roma, as you do is in the Premier League. So, yeah, Xhaka would look like a class midfielder. Hence, when Paul Pogba, that finally does leave Man United, watch him do them bits when he reaches over to PSG, because we all know it's happening, whether it's this window, January. PSG is going Pogba. Fuck me, PSG is going Pogba. Woo! Pogba's going PSG. And you know what? He's going to light the... Watch him. Champions League football. Scoring 1s and 2s. Setting up goals. Smacking man down in midfield. Closing things down. Spraying the ball left, right, and looking like a superhero. He played brilliant the other day, by the way. 5-0. But that's because he's going PSG. Do you know what I mean? You've got yourself a little confidence booster, like having his little fucking vaccine or something. Do you know what I mean? Double jabbed. He got double tapped and double jabbed. Is he good enough for Premier League football? He's tried a couple of times, no? On loan. Bastards. Thomas Partey's old partner, yeah? Is that confirmed or like that? Nope. Wait, haven't you seen it today? What I was saying last night, I was saying all the real ones. Like, so get at me on this one. I was like, how do we know Torreira hasn't said, all right, I do want to go, but can I knuckle down? If it all fucks up and falls through, can I knuckle down? And apparently I'm hearing this is what's actually coming out from Torreira in his camp now, that he actively did want to leave and does want to leave. But, yeah, he will battle back into the team. And he says he reckons he can battle back in the team. But apparently the door's been closed by Arteta, whether it's an Emre thing. I see. He scored a couple of bangers in the Champions League as well. I don't think he's madly a scoring midfielder, but I don't know who he was against. I actually see it on BT last night, cut in, and oh my God. Yeah, he does bits, so. He went quiet. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know, maybe no, but then again, yeah, probably just wasn't watching Atletico fucking very religiously. Right, everyone get up at me on the socials. Liakers, where you at? Hit me up. Shouts out to everyone on the stream tonight. Pogba, Adam, Lundbergkamp, Jay Fields, Linda, WB, Lee Akers, of course, Hanyumi Kamara, if I haven't said them. Shouts out to Blazer, Tiger King Prawn, all the fucking real ones. Hazard, Easy, just all the real ones, guys. I'm going to keep it moving. Anything you want to throw at me before I go? He's a good dribbler. That's his best attribute. Maybe that would have worked nicely alongside Party. I wonder if he fancies coming London, do you know what I mean? I did think of him a few times this season, do you know what I mean? Especially when he's been linked around Man United. How true. How true. Yeah, and that's what I mean about the sort of, when I'm saying everything got a bit comfortable at Arsenal. Rob Holding knowing he was going to be the centre-back, this and that. Bellerin knowing he's number one right-back. Xhaka can do what the fuck he wants, get the armband, throw it on the floor. He hasn't only got a new deal. He isn't only in the team still. He's fucking club captain against Brentford the other day. It mind fucks me, bros. So that's probably when you scream about Ben White. I know this, like, that's blasphemous, bros. Like, that should be against the fucking law. Xhaka should be in jail for throwing the fucking armband on the floor, bros. He should be in jail for that. He should have got fucking a couple of months community service. Like, you want to give me a fucking community service or whatnot and 3 pots of fucking Ross Clark Weejead? Let me tell you something. Xhaka should be in jail for doing that. He got a new deal. I didn't see the fucking court giving me money. They gave me community service and I go, fuck yourself, fat boy. Do you know what I mean? Xhaka gets a new deal. He's in the team and he's captain against Brentford. Mate, that mind fucks me. Not Ben White coming into the club. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Jay wants to go Luton. Wow. Well, that's just fucking incredible, isn't it? Bollocks. He ain't done nothing since Bournemouth, bro. Like, how didn't he get himself to Celtic, the little mug? He should have got himself to Celtic instead of this Ange Pogaloo and rebuilt himself a bit and done a Brendan Rodgers and then come back to the Premier League that way. So I think he's a fucking blowjob. I think he's a big fucking blowjob for that. Yeah, so it works for me then. They've done it in honour of me, straight. Mwah. Do you know what I mean? Have you seen the trainers that match it? Oh, God, who sent me that on Twitter? I was cracking up. They've made fucking a pair of trainers. 110 quid the bastards are. And they look a bit shit from Adidas. Like, I don't really do Adidas trainers. Like, I don't do Adidas hats. I don't really do Adidas period, apart from the lovely kits. But, I mean, them trainers are a bad effort at fucking 110 quid. Yeah, mate. Way too comfortable. And on this note, people, I'm going to get a fucking move on. Guys, hour and 43 minutes in. Thanks and shouts out to you all on the stream tonight. It has been lit again. As far as Chelsea, we know it's a bit of a damner now. Obviously, we know Odegaard ain't going to have his permit. Ramsdale wasn't signed before 12, as far as I know, so he won't be able to be involved. That's a shame. So it'll be the same old Arsenal. And then we've got these two legends coming in to save us and save our season. I'll laugh out loud. And are we done there? Is it the Magic 5? Are we done? Do you think we'll get another person in? Is there anything going on at Uber? Anything at Barca? Do they want a bit of Uber? Do they want a bit of Lacazette, etc., etc., etc.? Who the fuck knows? Do you know what I mean? I definitely wouldn't take Coutinho as part of any deal. Dembele maybe, and that 18-year-old kid they're screaming about, and apparently, allegedly, offering the Messi number 10 shirt to this Abora, this attacking midfielder. He must have fucking something about him if Barcelona are offering him number 10. But they're saying if he doesn't accept the 10 shirt and sign the deal, he's not going to play football again for them either. Cheer up, he's an English manager. Who is? And again, bros, you're running that English thing way too differently, bros. It was just fucking more of a that English spirit, the mentality, bros. You know what I mean? We've had so many failures coming in at centre back, bros, at 34 mils of that. Way too many failures at too many millions, bros. And it makes zero fucking sense. It's a complete blowjob. Now, Jay Phil's giving me 2 minutes to get back to you on Twitter. Let me just close this down, send this out to Twitter from this device, and then I'm going to jump on my phone and grab you. Shouts out to all of you tonight. You've all been fucking legends. Love, shout, keys to you all. Yeah. See you tomorrow night for another live. I will be uploading a video. Keep saying it, but I'm going to run to the stadium tomorrow, upload a video. And hunt down any more transfer news. See if we could get a right back in. If it is any more, it's got to be a right back. But on that note, until tomorrow, guys. And what? Mate, no way. He should, as I said, he should have went Celtic and tried to rebuild his career instead of Ange fucking Pongaloo coming over. And big up Celtic on that one, innit? But on that note, guys, I'm gonna knock this geezer out upstairs. Can you hear the good? I swear he's playing WWF, and I've never seen no one with him. He lives by himself. Why is he bouncing around on the floor? Is he playing football? Guys, love, peace, harmony to all of you, innit? See you lot later. Jay, I'm gonna have to grab you up on the phone. I'm gonna grab up Lee Akers on the phone. Guys, see you all soon. Peace and shouts out. Please get a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Get the link down around, etc. You know what to do. Love and shouts out to all of you guys. Good night, yeah? Danny AFC TV. Fire.